highest-ranking consular officer in the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo, who is responsible for recruiting people to carry out terror attacks in India. The big question is, of course, whether this chain of command begins with Nawaz Sharif in the government or General Rahil Sharif in the army. Our guest from Pakistan tonight, as of now, we have a live link with Islamabad. We have General Rashid Qureshi. He's been former spokesperson to Musharraf, former military advisor to Musharraf. Colonel Shafqat Saeed, defense analyst, is joining us with him. He's on the Pakistan Islamabad link. From Lahore, Admiral Javed Iqbal is with us, representing the Indian point of view. Mahesh Jethmalani is a senior advocate, very interested in security issues. General D Bakshi, editor-in-chief of Defense and Security, and Commodore Ranjit Rai is a former director of Naval Operations and Intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Now, my first question to our guests in Pakistan, and either of the guests in Islamabad can take that, to start with tonight, a high-ranking diplomat, Amir Zubair Siddiqui, working in the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo as a consular visa, has been exposed as a handler, not some elusive, secretive member of the army who would be difficult to trace. A. B. The very fact that a member in the upper echelons of the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo was involved shows that this is not some rogue ISI official, but someone clearly linked to the Pakistani establishment. C, and most importantly, when you realize your game is up, you quickly pull him out of Colombo. Happens for the second time. You pulled him out in suspicious circumstance in 2012, when the last time he was about to be exposed. Why did you pull him out in such a state of panic? Three very specific questions, and as I began the news hour by saying, Colonel Saeed and General Qureshi, let's be specific tonight. Let's not have any rhetoric. Please explain what's going on.
Good evening, Arnab, and I would like to tell you that I think this officer had completed his tenure in Colombo and he was falling back, and it was a very good show on your part that you could link it with the espionage sting operation. And even if that was the case, I think this is the normal norm that the diplomatic, you have people in your diplomatic corps who take on such tasks. And he was just collecting information on the Indian Naval Development Program, and especially the submarine program.
Collecting information.
And I think
collecting information how to bomb the American embassy and consulate.
After that,
no, collecting information how to bomb.
There were many incidences which you have hyped.
Sir, 1 minute.
I think that this is not the time that you should be doing this.
Sir, don't tell me the timing.
The people of the subcontinent, especially India and Pakistan, desperately need peace, and I don't think you are going for it.
Yes, we need peace, and I just
you are not aspirant of peace.
And
your only aim is to isolate Pakistan and do anything that can tarnish Pakistan's image.
No, you see, you must realize this. If you begin to use your diplomatic missions to carry out or plan terror attacks in another country, then nobody needs to tarnish your image. Through your very actions, you are tarnishing your whole image. And by the way, sir, and I saw a hand go up, General Bakshi up there from Delhi, but you know, don't claim his tenure had ended, because that's not the fact. It is too much of a coincidence that the tenure of an alleged ISI operative working in the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo ended immediately upon his name emerging in two investigations. The last investigations was in October 2012. On each occasion, each time his cover is blown, you fly him back to Pakistan.
Much earlier than your sting operation.
Sir, this is not a sting operation. This is very simple. The fact of the matter is, last time his cover was blown, you took him back. This time his cover is blown, you took him back. You send him back to Colombo because he's your main man on how to carry out terror attacks in India. Yes, General Qureshi wants to say something, I think, at this point. Yes, General Qureshi.
Yes, Arnab,
go ahead, sir.
What you said when you started was that there shouldn't be a hype or shouting match here, and we should try to analyze what has actually happened. The report that I have read, and that has come from Indian sources. In fact, your own channel, I asked them to send me some information on what we were to discuss today, and they said that while various investigations were going on in India, whereby people were trying to link a Pakistani embassy official with some people who had been caught inside India who were of, shall we say, Sri Lankan or Malaysian origin. And while that was happening, this person from the Pakistan embassy was called back to Pakistan. Before India even complained to Sri Lanka or to Pakistan. That's what I have heard.
Sir, it is a little more specific than that. No, 1 second. The people in the Pakistan High Commission, that this gentleman who's a Sri Lankan national who was engaged as an agent by the ISI was reporting to, divulged all the planning, tasking and financing was being done personally by the Pakistan High Commission councillor called Amir Zubair Siddiqui. His code name is Mama, alias Ravi, and his senior Shah. He was also briefed by the Pakistan Defence Advisor in Colombo, Colonel Shahryar, during such meetings. And let me have the pleasure, sir, of revealing something tonight, because I never put out something without having done my research. Sir, I find that there are these two people. If you go to the High Commission of Pakistan Colombo site, unless you want to now remove that as well and try and have an easy escape, this man, Mr. Amir Zubair Siddiqui, is listed as Consular Visa. Colonel Shahryar Parvez Butt is listed as Defence Advisor. The whole thing adds up. The agent is then paid 25,000 rupees for doing a proper recce of the American consulate in Chennai. The photographs are forwarded through his email address to the Pakistan Consular Siddiqui on his email address. The timing of the bomb blasts in Chennai and Bangalore, let me complete, was to create instability to coincide with the BJP-led government assuming power in Delhi. And hundreds of crores of rupees were earmarked by the ISI through the Pak consulate in Colombo for these operations. He was asked to develop contacts working in the Visakhapatnam and, let me complete, Cochin naval bases. The atomic power plant in Tamil Nadu, asked to obtain photographs of the US consulate in Chennai and the Israeli consulate in Bangalore. Tell me, what kind of consular activity is this? General Bakshi is coming back to the debate. Mahesh Jethmalani also opening up. General Bakshi first. General Bakshi. Our Pakistani guests say this is normal activity.
Arnab,
one second. This is all evidence.
Arnab, I think
this
we
is all
will
evidence
be.
out there now, sir.
General Qureshi, can I please for a minute?
Yes, General Bakshi.
Yeah, sure.
Arnab, I would like to state that the Pakistani line of defense is that here was a Pakistani official, maybe an intelligence operative, they are conceding that, who was doing what they are paid to do. He was trying to gather intelligence on military targets. Are these consular officials to be used for planning terrorist attacks onto the consulates of countries with which they are supposed to be friendly? The United States and Israel. You see, we can understand a consular official operating under deep cover and trying to gain intelligence or collate intelligence, cultivate sources for intelligence. All right, you are saying the whole world does it. But the rest of the world, General Qureshi, kindly does not plan reconnoiter targets for attack by terrorists on the pattern of possibly 26/11.
So you know how big a diplomatic incident this can be.
That was David
General
Henry.
Bakshi?
And I mean,
General
this
Bakshi,
is
can I say something
unthinkable.
here?
You know, all norms of civilized behavior have been contravened here. You use consular staff to plan terrorist incidents.
No. Now hold on right here. Nobody has said, and nobody has, once you use the word that you have confessed or you have admitted that the consular staff was being used, nobody has said that. The Colonel just described that, look, first of all, the huge issue that is being created was something that was not done by this gentleman.
Sir, then why are you hiding him? My question is, why are you hiding him? Why did he flee in panic?
Look,
why don't you expose him to the global media?
Hiding him.
Why don't you let us ask him questions? Sir, this is not a one-off incident.
It is not done like that.
Sir, you realize, no, one second. I think our guests in Pakistan realizing they're pretty cornered on this tonight. I think our guests in Pakistan realizing they're pretty cornered on this tonight.
You see, the point is that you start making allegations because the colonel was trying to explain that.
Sir, I'm losing the links. I don't know if I have the link with Lahore up yet. Now, this is not a one-off incident. Mahesh Jethmalani, let's bring you in, and Commodore Ranjit Rai will try and get our Pakistani guests back. Because of bad weather, I think all our satellite links are giving us trouble out there. The point is, the point is very simply this, Commodore Ranjit Rai, that this is not a one-off incident. There have been 2 other arrests over a period of 2 years which have exposed the ISI's design. There is a pattern to this. There is an incident which happens on the 14th of May when the Malaysian police in Kuala Lumpur arrest a Sri Lankan national named Mohammad Hosseini. Hosseini, it has been revealed, is a close aide of this man called Zakir Hussain. Hosseini tells the Malaysian police after his arrest that he was part of a plot to carry out terror strikes on the US and the consulate in Chennai and the Israeli consulate in Bangalore. So this is not the only incident. There's a separate incident in Kuala Lumpur, Commodore Ranjit Rai, which also links up to the same story, that somehow the Pakistanis want to blow up the American consulate in Chennai and the Israeli consulate in Bangalore. It's all adding up somewhere, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, Arnab, whoever has done this cover blowing up should be congratulated. Now, it is well-known fact that espionage and spying is the second largest profession or the second oldest profession in the world. And it is true they get funds of a large degree. I've had a taste of it. Yeah, I have a taste of it, and in the Navy while Pavan was going on, and you know that it is a fact that intelligence people are also appointed to all missions. They come under the cover of visa counselor, they come under the cover of cultural, whatever, and press attaché, and even President Bush Sr. President Bush was the station CIA chief in Beijing. So this shouldn't surprise us. Now, whether a diplomat is mandated to do so much, whether he is allowed to plan terror attacks, it's a principle of war intelligence, spying. And Pakistan is against India in a terror war. So even anybody from the ISI appointed in a neighborhood mission would be working overtime with funds to cultivate people, including the Navy. We've had a naval attaché who...
But this is not intelligence gathering, Mahesh Jethmalani. No, but this is not intelligence gathering. Mahesh Jethmalani, you know, I want actually Admiral Javed Iqbal to respond to you, because the point to be made here, this is not intelligence gathering, this is carrying out a terror attack. This is not, this is like a David Coleman Headley kind of reconnaissance mission,
First of all,
Mr. Jethmalani.
Well, yes. It's the prelude. It's the prelude to an attack.
By the way, we're getting our lines up. We're getting our lines up from Islamabad. In some time, Lahore is live there. But before you come in, Admiral Iqbal, please hear Mahesh Jethmalani's views from Mumbai. Yes, Mr. Jethmalani.
First of all, Arnab, I mean, there's an admission. I mean, this time there's not total denial, but there's an admission of a very serious cross-border espionage activity. I mean, there's recruitment of agents to spy on India, and this is not harmless spying. This espionage, which is, as you know, an extraditable offense in India, is recruiting agents for the purpose of reconnaissance about our defense installations. Operation Varsha is a matter which worries the Pakistanis. Our submarine project is a matter which worries them a lot. So first of all, there's a serious offense of espionage, and from a consular officer of Pakistan stationed in Colombo, recruiting people financed by the Pakistani embassy and tasked by them as well. But of course, the more important issue is one of the terrorist activity. Now, our Pakistani guests should be given a copy of the FIR which the Tamil Nadu police have lodged, and perhaps that would shed some light on the whole issue. What this gentleman has said in his confessional statement is that he was told that he is doing this reconnaissance of not only the defense installation, but the consulate of the American consulate as well as the Israeli consulate in Bangalore for the specific purpose of terrorist activities. And the proof of that was he was shown extremely provocative videos of atrocities on Muslims in India and Israel. and that was supposed to inflame him. That's why he did it. He was paid and he was inflamed, and that is why he carried out this task. The idea, that itself is indicative of the fact that this was not a mere espionage operation, bad in itself, but a very serious recce as a prelude to a very serious terrorist operation.
I have a simple question tonight to our Pakistani guests, and they can respond with rhetoric, but I have just one question to them. Maybe Admiral Javed Iqbal can take that. Just tell me, Admiral Javed Iqbal, suppose you say, this is all Indian intelligence information, it's all fiction, we don't believe it. The standard Pakistani response. I want you to tell me, are the Malaysians also liars? Because the Malaysian police in Kuala Lumpur arrested a Sri Lankan national. Now, after his interrogation, Malaysian special units which were monitoring this man informed Indian security agencies that he was a part of a plot to carry out terror strikes on the American and Israeli consulate in Chennai and in Bangalore. Would the Malaysians also be lying about you?
Look, have you called me to sort of endorse your statement, or you want to discuss the subject?
I want a very specific response from you. All I am saying tonight, sir, don't give me a generic response.
Look, you see, I am not obliged to give your answers as you want it. Now listen, I think I agree with Commodore. He knows that spying is one of the oldest things. You have been doing it. Everybody, every country has been doing it.
Sir, this is not spying. This is carrying out a terror attack.
Either you will not interrupt me. This is bad manner. I have not interrupted you. You will not interrupt me.
Sir, but this is not spying. This is carrying out a terror attack.
You see the thing. Will you stop it? Will you stop interrupting, or you want to, continue the discussion or not? The thing is, even today, USA is spying on German Chancellor.
Sir, this is not spying.
If you have any evidence, will you stop interrupting?
Sir,
the thing is, if you have any evidence, take legal action. I think I agree with Commodore. I have been...
Sir, this is... This is now...
You see, your naval attaché and your people were involved in such activities in Balochistan, in
Sir, you
Karachi,
now this Balochistan card, which you pull out there.
You are even...
Let's not go there.
Providing intelligence. You are providing intelligence to Israel. You are responsible for all the, the barbarism done by Israeli on Gaza Muslim.
Sir,
I don't know of them, and you are doing it now.
Sir,
you want to deflect the attention.
I don't know what compulsion you have.
This is not something.
Sir,
Look, this is something. The spying. What is? If you have any proof, then take it as
Sir, which bit of proof? Which bit of proof have you ever accepted at face value? We have the proof.
Look, I think you refer.
Sir, we have the proof, and I can show you the proof. We have put the proof out. Do you ever believe any proof? You want the proof to come with an ISI seal on it?
Naval attaché.
Sir,
I myself got your naval attaché involved in such thing in Pakistan.
Sir, in September 2012, and I will only be specific with you if you care to listen, sir. In September 2012, I asked, okay, sir,
you are not having cover appointments in Indian missions.
Admiral Javed Iqbal, Admiral Javed Iqbal, our diplomats are not terrorists. Our diplomats are not terrorists, unlike yours.
Diplomats not terrorists.
Unlike yours.
Against Pakistan.
Then produce this man. Produce this man.
On Western Front.
Produce this man. I'll put his picture up there.
Look, you see the thing.
Mr. Javed Iqbal, you're not listening to me, but we are going to get you some responses right now. My question is my question is, sir, if this man is so innocent, he's the Pakistani diplomat stationed in Colombo, and Admiral Iqbal, please I'll be specific with you tonight. I've decided to be specific with you, sir. Sir, you can't hear me? Sir, you can't hear me, or you're pretending not to hear me?
Hang him. Let Sri Lanka hang him.
Sir,
let India hang him.
Sir, bring him back.
What's the big issue?
Sir, bring him. Why did he flee? Sir, why did he flee? Sir, listen to me now, sir.
No.
Sir, listen to me now, sir. Sir, just listen to me now. In September 2012, you see your whole operation, General Rashid Qureshi, Colonel Shafqat Saeed, and Admiral Javed Iqbal. I take no pleasure out of exposing the fact that the terror activities of Pakistan should prove to be a burden to Pakistan as much as it is an embarrassment to the entire world. But I must put it out. In September 2012, and D Bakshi will respond after this, Mr. Jethmalani will. Another person was arrested by the Tamil Nadu police near Tiruchi airport. His name was Tamim Ansari. It was revealed that he too was carrying out work at the behest of the ISI. And at that point of time, a recon was happening of several defense establishments. It is during this investigation in the Tamim Ansari case that this man, Amir Zubair Siddiqui's name first cropped up. He was Tamim's handler as well. When his name came out, what did you do? You immediately panicked and sent him out from Colombo. Then you brought him back. Now he's been caught again. General Qureshi, understand? He's been caught again. And again you've flown him out. You'll bring him back again. My question to you is very simple, sir. How many more examples do you need? And if the man is innocent, produce him before. Produce him before us. Let us interrogate him. D Bakshi is coming into the debate. Colonel Shafqat Saeed, after D Bakshi, please. Yes. Yes, D Bakshi plus first. D Bakshi.
Arnab, it is being made out as a routine intelligence operation.
Yes.
It is anything but a routine intelligence operation. It is an operational task to support, unconventional terrorist operations directed against, I repeat, directed against the consular embassies of the United States and the Israel in India. This gentleman has been involved in trying to feed into the angst of the Sri Lankan Tamil Muslims, and by invoking the name of Israel, trying to sort of, cash in on the resentment that is there, courtesy the Gaza incidents now, and use this, direct these, these angst, this accumulated angst to target operations against India. We are saying, okay, we can go up with your, your thesis to a point that here is a consular official undercover, he is trying to gain intelligence. At the least, you can declare him persona non grata and send him back. But it is not that. It is not that. For God's sake, here is a man sitting and planning, unconventional terrorist operations on our soil. Can you expect or can you allow now consular staff and diplomatic staff to plan
they are willing to risk
operations?
That's a question to General Rashid Qureshi. You are willing to risk another 2611. But during 2611, General Rashid Qureshi, when David Coleman Headley did exactly the same kind of recce starting in 2006, and we have his confession as well, verbatim to the NIA. You could turn around and say, oh, non-state actors, not our people. I am asking you tonight, I have the name of this man, Amir Zubair Siddiqui, on the website of the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo. Is he a non-state actor? Your diplomats get involved in terror activities. Can you turn around and say, as you say, General Qureshi, all the time? And I've heard you say this even when you were with General Musharraf. Non-state actors, we have no control over them. You have no control over this man? Can you detach yourself from him, sir? Come on, sir, give me a specific reply.
First of all, Arnab, let me first reassure you that what you've just quoted that I used to say during President Musharraf's time, I've never said anything like that.
Sir, it's a standard line of the Pakistani establishment, including the Musharraf regime.
So
you even said Kargil was carried out by non-state actors. You even denied your role in Kargil, sir. Don't remind me of that. Sir, you denied your role in Kargil, sir, please.
That's where
sir, you were there with Musharraf during Kargil, sir.
Do you deny your role in
sir,
Bangladesh?
You denied your role in Kargil, sir.
East Pakistan, Bangladesh?
Sir, I'm asking.
Do you deny that? Do you deny what you have done?
I don't deny that we gave you a thrashing in 71, but we are not discussing that. Now I'm asking you about Colombo.
Yeah, but why were you discussing Kargil
I'm discussing Colombo.
Are you discussing Kargil now?
Because you spoke about non-state actors.
You've got to listen now. Now, what you are doing, if India really had evidence and proof, the Indian government would have been speaking to the Pakistan government.